You look nice, baby. Hi.
You look great.
Thank you. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
The word win is in Wednesday. We are winning when they pronounce it. Not how to spell, but how they pronounce it.
I was wondering where you were going with
We're
that.
winning. Yes.
Wednesday.
Yes. And we got wed on a Wednesday. So we do our podcast on a Wednesday. Come on in. We are 4 hours earlier than normal, but we've also been doing some 12 o'clock ones this month. And last month. So this is on brand. The show is either going to be 12 Pacific or 4 Pacific.
I prefer 12.
I know you've told me that, but you don't seem like you're all the way awake and you don't have your great energy. So maybe it's just too early for you. You okay?
No. I am holding on for dear life. But we are married on a Wednesday, doing the show on a Wednesday.
It's nothing to do with me, though. It's something that's going on in your own
life.
Okay. Because one thing in relationships you have to know is you can't take anything personally. And if somebody's having a bad day and they tell you, hey, I need a minute, don't automatically go in your head like, well, was it because I did this? Or is he mad because of that? Or did it? No, it ain't got nothing to do with you. And usually when somebody's mad at you, in a relationship or not, even a coworker, if they say something, if they're a hater, whatever, it's usually not about you. It's about them and what's going on in their own life. So that'll be the first lesson of today. Ding. Anyways, let's get in here and read the comments that were here before we even started this live. This is episode number 87 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your real life hosts and real life married couple, Tanjareen and CT. This show is live. So whatever happens, happens. And we're happy to have you. We also allow you to click the link in the description above, below, or beside the video you're watching on Facebook and YouTube. And you can get on camera and ask us a question about relationships or give us some advice or give us opinions on some of the funny memes we're going to read today. Let's see who was in here before I got here. First up, Keena King. She says, we ready. Hashtag Team Tanjareen. Hashtag Team Ring. That's my girl. Hold it down. She's been a member of my Patreon for a long time.
For the weekend?
I don't know. Let her tell us. Keena King, why didn't you come in town? I think her heart belongs to BT Kingsley. She's Kingsley Cruz first.
Oh, got it.
So she came in town for his birthday a couple years ago.
She did.
She did.
Was that last year? No, that was the year before.
I think it was like the year before or something. She came in town I think she's really Kingsley Crew, and then because of Vincent Dracula Jones days, she found out about me and then you.
That makes sense.
But I think her heart belongs to Kingsley Crew. But let us know, Keena King, why didn't you come in town for the takeover? Jordan Taylor says, this is giving me goosebumps knowing that this show is going to be a good one, watching both Tanj and CT. Thank you. Giving you
Jordan
goosebumps.
Taylor.
Makes me excited. Thank you, Jordan Taylor.
Yeah.
My mom says, here we go. Live and in living color. Free counseling with added food for thought with our 2 favorite comedians. Let's go. We ready. Mama, who taught you how to talk like this? Who taught you how to say, let's go?
Pretty good.
Thank you for being here. And she threw up our favorite emojis, the blue hearts, the tangerine emoji. I love it. Argument counter is live and ready, Bandersnatch says. We're doing good so far.
I ain't got it in me today.
You too tired to argue?
I'm not sleepy. I don't know why you got that impression. But
you said I ain't got it in me, so that's why I thought you were saying.
I ain't got it in me today. Whatever she on, she got it.
Okay. So I win everything. All right, Monty with our favorite emojis and a high wave. T-Hawk is in the building. What's up, T-Hawk, with the crown emojis from my baby. What up, guys? What's up, Xavion? What up, dude? What's up, King James? Monty. Jordan Taylor, this show is going to cheer you up, CT.
I don't doubt it. Y'all are already doing a great job.
Cobra Tay says, marriage go round. Let's go. It's the goal couple, CT and Tanjareen. What's up, Nicole? I like how you spell it. Nicole. Chole. Nicole Plant. What up?
Are you sure that's just not a woman? That's how you spell Nicole.
I do think it's a woman, but they don't always put the H after. It's usually Nicole.
You know what's funny? I didn't see it spelled Nicole until I got out here. Like in every school that I went to, whenever they were doing the attendance or you see a girl's name, it was always spelled like that.
Oh, well.
A lot of Detroit Nichols.
Well, hello, Nicole. She says first time watching. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, wow, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello. What's
Dorothy.
up, Guy
Dorothy
Trip?
got an adult son.
Dorothy is adult. She's grown as can be. She's not in her 30s. I don't even think she's in her 40s.
No, she got some friends named Blanche.
Blanche, and she's got to have
her mom named
Ruby.
Cecilia.
She knows somebody named Ruby. Let's get it started, fam. All right, so let me just catch you guys up. This is only about relationships, but first we're going to tell you about what we've been up to, and then we'll get into some funny memes.
What we've been up to,
and we'll talk about the days. We'll talk about the question of the day. But before that, we have a custom theme song that we love singing live every single week.
I think you should tell
them.
And
we start the show with the theme song so that we don't forget it. Are you ready, baby?
I think you should.
Let's get our throats together. Take a sip of water. Let's take a sip of water. Cause it's Merry Things and Things. What's up, Green Ranger? Appreciate that. Okay. So what's up, Matthew? Hi, how are you? How are you guys doing? We're always fantastic. And how are you always? He's living 7 Saturdays and I'm always fantastic. Let me drink a little bit of my organic pink coconut water.
I gotta come up with something else. BT put it in the song. So
he definitely did. Now people think he came up with that phrase.
Man, there's so much that
Hey man, it's best friend stuff.
I don't mind BT. I'm talking about there are so many things that I've like done around comedians or like my isms that they began to do.
They steal, is what you're saying.
No,
they stole your style.
What I'm saying is, when you are friends with comedians, a lot of people are sponges, and a lot of times you pick things up. So, a couple of my comedian comrades have used my isms and have been on some different platforms with different eyes, and now people will think I am.
Ooh, now it looks like you stole because they stole. Why don't you just say the word stole?
Am similar to them.
Cold game. All right, folks. That was a nice little detour, but we're getting back to this theme song. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8. Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT. Marriage go round. Because it's married things and things are round. Married things and things are round. The Real Relationship Podcast. Blocka, blocka, blocka. That was good, baby. Even when he's not in a great mood, he does what he can to make sure his spouse is happy. And I appreciate that. That was fantastic, baby. We call it Stilism, CT. I like that, Monty. I like that. The two of you can always make this theme song any more day better.
Anyone's day
better. Okay, I need to clean my contacts is what you just told me.
Yeah, you're out of control.
I'm out of control always.
I didn't have my glasses on. I knew that was
your eyesight is better than
the right way to say that. Is it? Because I don't know about our prescriptions. Everybody always tells me how thick my glasses are, but I never pay attention to yours. So maybe yours are thicker than mine.
Yeah, because I don't really wear them. I'm always in these damn contacts.
Another reason we should not have kids. Man,
they're gonna be blind.
We would doom a child.
I know. I love when I see little 4-eye kids. They're like 2 years old and already got glasses. I didn't get mine until 2nd or 3rd grade when I had my first eye exam in school, and they were like, "Oh no, baby girl, you got to sit in the front."
You got to sit in the front.
That's why I was getting the pelvis wrong. I can't see the board. I got it.
Let me tell you something. They set you up front. You still didn't get it right. They're like, "Oh, you stupid."
No.
We thought
I was in the gifted and talented education program. It's called GATE, and I did honor classes. And I had a 3.6 GPA.
That's
all
GATE.
Through school. GATE. They didn't put the P. I'm just saying it's called GATE. That's it. Anyways, guys, I'm excited because we are just coming back from what we like to call the Team Takeover.
Yeah.
This was the first time we did this together.
Yeah.
Team Tanjareen meets Team CT in Hollywood. We took over Hollywood. You can see a lot of photos of it in my Discord under the Cali Strip Room. But here's just a quick summary of what we did. Because if you're just tuning in and you said this is your first time watching Dorothy, this was the flyer, Team Takeover. I didn't even put it on my socials. I only put it on my Discord and in the DMs of the true fans. And we discussed it a little on this podcast. Yeah. But we just wanted the true fans to pull up for a lot of fun. And
the people who've been down for years.
Pull up, indeed. The ones who, since the pandemic, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
A little bit before.
With that, even doing it, it was like leading up to it, we were like, oh, this is going to be incredible. The only 2 people that I knew that couldn't make it months in advance were Autumn, Napalm. Yeah, Autumn and Napalm. Everybody else was like, yo, we with it. I'm like, cool. And then, of course, things happen in life, man. So slowly but surely, different people from Team CT, I can't speak about Team Tanjareen, from Team CT were like, this happened. And one of the homies is in the military. And he's like, yo, they moving me to this country, I'm not going to be able to be there. And it's like, oh,
that's a good reason.
It's a great reason. Then another one
in
of the squad,
what can we say?
Was like, yo, they're moving me to Japan. And I'm like, but he's not in the military. It's a different job.
Okay.
But he's like, but I'm coming. And I was like, man. So there were so many great people that came. And I'm so honored to have hung with them because they stood the test of being able to make it through despite how life happens.
Yes, because we planned this with just like 2.5 months in advance. Just like, hey, let's have a meetup. Because he had one with just CT people last year for around his birthday time, because both of our birthdays are in May. As you know, mine is tomorrow, but it's not about that right now.
It's about to be about that. And then I felt bad last year because I didn't have too much of an itinerary. Like I think last year, I think I had a show on that Thursday, and then I was like, then we're gonna go to the movies on, I think that was Sunday. And then we got something to eat after, but we were hanging all weekend, but it was just like, I didn't have step-by-step stuff for us to do. And this year I was like, all right, bet, we created an itinerary, and we did.
Tanjareen got involved. So just as a quick recap, we did a meet and greet dinner. That's the picture on the top left. Then we hung out in an arcade. Somewhere after that, the next day, we went and played laser tag. So there's two pictures. The one on the top right and the bottom left is the laser tag aftermath. You can see the blue and the little one green in the very back. That's BT Kingsley. He's on the green team. And then there's some red teams in there. Blue team won. That's me in the front. We won. The middle picture at the bottom was my comedy show with some of the people that came out for that. And then the bottom right is when we went to a hotel and played some games until the wee hours of the morning. And then that was just the first 2 days. And then CT Singing Showcase. That's the top left picture. Some of the members of the team, but I didn't get a picture with everybody who showed up, but he was oversold out for CT Singing Showcase. Then we went to International House of Pancakes late night and had more showcase. So we had some more people singing.
That's proof that you didn't get a picture with everybody on the top left
because there's so many people at the IHOP, and there's still way more people who were actually at the show.
Yeah.
Then we did the tour while CT went to shoot his podcast. I took some people on a Hollywood tour. We saw the Hollywood sign. We saw the handprints and shoe prints on the Walk of Fame, the stars on the Walk of Fame. We took pictures by these trophies. We went to eat at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Then we met up with CT while he had his dinner, and then we went to see the movie If. So we've had a very eventful Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And that goes on top of us just coming back in town from the little tiny island we went to for our anniversary and his birthday.
I prefer the tiny island.
Yeah, the tiny island was fun. So we had a great time. We hope that if we do decide to do this again, that you guys will realize you can meet up with some people. There was no drama. Nobody had any attitudes. Everybody got along.
Everybody got along.
And it was a good time.
It was a good time.
My mom said, you had the best event planner to make it happen. Thank you, Mommy.
Yeah.
Great itinerary, Monty says. Thank you. Amazing time, Xavion. Is Xavion Zane the Great, or is it just somebody named Xavion? Okay, yes, he's saying amazing time like he was here. All right. You guys should do something in NYC. I don't know how to show people around in New York.
Exactly. Therein lies the problem.
I saw people in my Discord saying, oh man, I have FOMO. I wish I was there. Let's plan a East Coast meetup or a Southern meetup. And it's like, y'all can plan whatever y'all want, but we live here and we were just inviting y'all to come to where we are so we can show you around.
Or instead of doing an East Coast meetup, the East Coast can get on that plane and come out to the West Coast.
Cobra Tay said it was the best time of his life. He was here so eager and happy. He really enjoyed my comedy show. He also got to read a poem that he had written for Ayana the artist.
He met Ayana.
One of the judges for CT Singing Showcase. He read the poem to her. She was brought to tears. It was a beautiful night.
Yeah.
I can't say enough great things about the takeover. So
it was very great kicking with everybody. And I'll say that I got a chance to spend more time with the members that came in comparison to not being able to spend time with them because we were able to go to so many different things together. And it was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah.
So Xavion says, we can make that happen easy. You guys have tons of fans here in NYC. That's good to know.
That's good to know that they're there.
Only one from NYC showed up, and that was Sweets.
Sweets, yeah.
Sweets came from New York. Shout out to people who walk a lot, because Sweets was walking to the meetup places from her hotel, which was not that far. But Cobra Tay and Keep It Smooth was walking like 3.5 miles to the meetup places. And Keep It Smooth wasn't even wearing walking shoes. He was in dress shoes and he was walking. And he was just like, I just want to stay in shape. You know, if Cobra Tay can do it, I could. It was amazing. But anyways, no, actually, Cobra Tay said if Keep It Smooth can do it, I can do it. So they inspired each other. So shout out to people who walk. Guy Trip says, or y'all can come to Hawaii.
Or, Guy, you can come to LA. How about that?
Good point. You guys are right, Xavier says. So anyways, good times were had by all, and we'll see you guys next year. What's up, Dwayne Sinclair? Let's talk about relationships, shall we?
I'm not done talking about the takeover.
Oh, continue.
Yeah. So the CT Singing Showcase was something that I wanted to do just for the squad, but I'm like, I also need to pack this place out so it's not just 20 of us in the spot. So and also the purpose of doing the CT Singing Showcase, the way that I did it was to have Ayana as a judge because Tay had been wanting to meet her. Mm-hmm. So she said yes, and I was just making sure that she kept her word and she was there. Because people would be like, hey, something came up, and you're like, oh, I don't do this to me. But she came through. She was an amazing judge. She's a phenomenal singer. And Tay got the chance to meet her, which felt great because to see how happy he was to meet her and be around her, it brought real joy to my heart because
you did that for him.
Yeah, and it felt good because I gained nothing from it other than just this proud smile that I had. And how rare is it to be able to do that? Not talking about what I did, but I'm talking about being able to meet somebody that you're really a fan of. Like if you were, I don't know who your action heroes are, so I'll leave it on me. But for example, if I was able to meet Zach Morris when I was a teenager, or it's kind of weird because I've met almost everybody that I wanted to meet. But
welcome to LA.
Yeah, I can't say almost. I met everybody I've ever wanted to meet except Robert Downey Jr. and Byron met him. So I have a video of Byron having dinner with him, and it feels like I met him because he looks so cool. But all these amazing people that you just wish you like, oh man, I wonder what this would be like to be around this person. So to see him actually do it is great because Ayana ain't coming to no Baltimore no time soon. You know what I'm saying? And
just because she's there doesn't mean she's gonna have a time or a chance or a desire to meet.
Right.
So,
So Tay met her, and it felt so good, but also it feels good to make some of those wishes come true because I did a couple of those for people that we didn't like record. Like people like, oh, I wanted to meet this person. Mm-hmm. Then we even did another luxury layup, which was included Tahir Moore's brunch.
Yes, I didn't put that picture in there, but that is in the Discord. Tahir has something called Feeling Brunchy on Saturdays, and some of the squad showed up, and their pictures in there.
And BT Kingsley had a chocolate sundae show where a lot more of comedians were that they had the chance to meet and be around too. So it was a very phenomenal weekend. I had a ball.
Let me tell you, Pissed and Keep It Smooth went to everything on the itinerary. They went to the brunch. They went to the comedy show that started at 11 p.m., probably later because they're not usually on time. But they didn't want to waste any time. They were in town. They were like, we're doing everything on the list. Even the stuff me and CT didn't go to, they were there. So shout out to Keep It Smooth and Pissed. And Autumn Reed says about Keep It Smooth dress shoes. Oh, so he was keeping it smooth at all times.
At all times.
Yes, he says he walks to work in dress shoes. Where he lives in Chicago. Monty says, oh, speaking of not getting anything from something, CT Singing Showcase was actually a competition, and the ticket money didn't go to CT. The ticket money went to the winner of the singing competition, plus the donations that came in went to his Cash App and right back out to the winner of the showcase. How much did she end up getting?
About $2,000. Here's the funny thing.
More than that.
No, it was about $2,000. So because this morning the money came through and I had to send her the balance. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, but here's the thing with me, I don't play with money and I don't play with people's money. So as soon as the Cash Apps came in that night, I sent it to her. And then I was like, hey, the check comes from the ticket sales on the 28th. She was like, okay. And then today's the 29th. So yesterday the money didn't come through. And I texted her, I said, hey, I don't know if it's a holdup because of the holiday, but I'm just letting you know it's coming. And she was like, it's cool. Thank you so much. Because I'm so used to people being, like frustrated with anything. So this morning, as soon as I opened my eyes, I went to check and then it came. And then I was like, hey, what's your Zelle? And I sent her the rest of the money. So she got all of her money and it was an incredible time. And she's an amazing singer and she truly deserved it. And if you haven't watched the CT Singing Showcase, you can watch it on YouTube or my Facebook. And it was just like we did it online all those years ago. Now I think if I'm to do
monthly show.
Now if I think if I'm to do one, it's gonna be we had 16 people sing. I'm going to have no more than 10 people sing, and then we'll eliminate that way. So it'll be a shorter show, but it'll still be extremely fun. And I was very exhausted after the show was over, but it was so fun to do. And now I'll make that yearly if we do another showcase.
During the takeover?
Yeah.
But also seasonally, because we at least need the showcase every 3 months.
You know what's funny?
What?
Everybody say we need, but ain't nobody.
Baby, the tickets sell themselves once you've seen the show. Once you have the clips to be like, hey, this is what you can be a part of. Don't worry. Let me just tell you these comments and we'll get into the actual relationship part of the podcast. This right here says that money green suit, though, from Guy Trip.
What I noticed from all your pictures is green is my color.
I've told you, green and blue look amazing on your skin. You just keep wearing black.
You told me that jewel tones are my thing, and I appreciate that.
I told you that green and that blue hit.
That green and that blue definitely hit. However, that green felt so fire. You will see different iterations of that green suit. Not together for at least a year, but you will see different iterations of it. You might see the green jacket with some pants. You might see the pants with some different shirt.
I'm not mad at it. It looks great.
Thank you.
It looks great.
It felt great. I have been waiting to wear that suit for like 6 months.
It was worth the wait. Ashley White says, super happy for Cobra Tay getting the opportunity to meet his crush, Ayana the artist. Autumn Reed says the showcase was incredible. So much talent.
Thank you again, Autumn Reed. Autumn Reed was showing out.
She was so rich.
In the Cash App.
She's been selling drugs since the whole pandemic.
I mean,
she was dropping. Her and Piss was just.
Ain't got caught yet.
Monty says the showcase was nice. You did a great job putting that live show together, CT.
Thank you, Monty Love.
Ashley White with our favorite emojis. Autumn Reed said, and both of you looked incredible, Capillars. Thank you.
That dress was incredible too. You were doing your thing with the dress.
I appreciate that. I was like, oh, I want to dress up. I wonder if BT's gonna wear one of his fancy jackets. And I hit BT like, you wear a fancy jacket? He was like, yeah, because CT's gonna dress up. I was like, CT's dressing up? I'm dressing up. And then it was just me and you on the stage, baby, dressed up.
But you know what? It fit.
It fit perfectly. Because first of all, BC was in the dark. We'll work on that for next episode. But it was a great time. Let's see. I got to go to the video court real quick. Hopefully it's quick. Video court. If not, see you all next week. What's video court? Oh, court when you, like pandemic, where you just do it on Zoom?
I think that's a possibility now.
Oh, okay. That was a show of a lifetime for everyone there, Jordan Taylor said.
Jordan Taylor, how come you didn't come, by the way? You've been showing nothing but love.
He's a sweetheart.
Where is Jordan Taylor?
I don't know what city he's in. Let us know what city you're in. I just know he joined the $20 tier of my Patreon last month, and I appreciate that. Ashley White says, wait, CT used to have a singing competition online, correct? Or did I hear wrong? Yes, this was always during the lockdown that when I was doing Shoot Your Shot and Tanjarene's Top Talent, he was doing Sundays.
Yeah,
Sundays with CT singing showcase.
I used to do it every week, and then I changed it to doing it like once a month, and then it was like, you know, as the world opened up, I think I might have done one every. I don't know when the last one I did, but yeah.
My mom says monthly show. You
didn't even come.
Jessica says, I agree, monthly show. Jordan Taylor says he's in San Francisco. Oh, you're right up there. You definitely could have come down, bro. You could have just drove down. CT wearing that green suit, looking like money. Cobra Tay says.
I felt like money.
Autumn Reed said every 3 months would work well for the Cash App budget. She be making it rain. All right, so let's get to CT. You look small as hell. Parentheses compliment. King James says.
Thank you, King James. I appreciate that, man.
Ashley says, I got to do better in life because clearly I almost feel as I'm not living life right. I almost feel as if I'm not living life right. Is this changing the subject, Ashley? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's along the lines of the takeover problem.
Okay, tell us what you mean later. I'm sure you'll click in and get in live at some point. Let's talk about relating.
We were relating, and then
talking about. Okay, so we were watching this show. Actually, I'll do the memes first. Okay, let's see if I can see them because they didn't load on this phone yet.
All over the place.
This is really difficult for me to do the 12 o'clock show when I didn't know about it before I got into bed. So I apologize that I wasn't as prepared.
Thank you.
But
I think you're very prepared, actually. But I do appreciate an apology from you always.
I know.
Because sometimes, you don't know this, sometimes you apologize to me for things that I don't think you should apologize for because I didn't see anything wrong. So what I do is, let me tell you what I do. I use those apologies for what I think you should be apologizing
The ones where I won't apologize because I'm not the type to apologize if I don't mean it, and that bothers him.
Yeah.
He's like, I said I didn't like it. Say you're sorry. I'm like, no.
You know what? You started that. Remember we went to brunch that year, and you were like, you had found out I smashed this chick, And then you were like, say sorry. And I started laughing and you choked me. And you were like, say sorry. And I was like, sorry. So you started it by saying apologize. So the fact that you won't apologize.
You and I are different because you do apologize.
Yeah.
Because you know that that's something that somebody might want to hear. I do it if I mean it.
But
and you're letting me know you didn't mean it, and that's fine.
No, I mean, I meant it because it hurt your feelings, but I'm saying that wasn't something
You said you laughed and then just said it.
Because you threw me off. You were
I'm
like,
so glad that memory was out of my mind.
You were like, say sorry.
I completely forgot about that. And now you brought it back. Thank you.
Say sorry. And I was
choked you?
Yeah, you choked me.
Wow, I'm that violent?
Well, we were in a thralls of passion. And
At brunch?
No, after brunch. We went back to your apartment.
Oh, but I was like, that was a really nice, like $80 a plate brunch.
It wasn't really nice after you got mad. But my point is,
that's not my fault.
I'm not really into being or giving chokes. So the fact that you choked me, I was like,
chokes is hilarious. Well, now I know what I need to do when I need something from you.
I'm not. Well, we're past that. At this point, it's a felony.
Why? Why wasn't it a felony then?
Because we weren't like in a marriage.
Oh my goodness! What's up, Isaac? King James says 1. He's counting it.
What was the arguments?
Oh, Autumn Reed is helping Ashley. Ashley, you woke up today. You're breathing fresh, non-incarcerated air, and you're making positive choices. You're definitely living life right.
Yeah, waking up today is crazy. Also, make your bed. First thing you can do during the day to make you feel good, like you accomplished something.
I've been doing that for the last few months, and I definitely appreciate it because I'm the one who, even when I was living by myself, I got to make that bed as soon as I get out of it. It helps me get that day going. She would apologize, but you just have to incorporate the choking part.
You have no idea how much Tanjareen does not like her. Well, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know if that whatever you were going to say was going to edify our relationship. I feel like it wasn't. So let's move on. I got this meme off of the.
You got it.
Thank you, because you did say you weren't arguing today, but somehow.
Whatever you want.
Somehow. Anyways, this next meme comes from.
Would you like to drink something that I bought you yesterday? Would you like to take a sip of that?
Why did you interrupt me? Why do you feel the need to interrupt me? No. No. I just stopped. I just drank it.
It tastes so sweet.
Whatever.
What's that on your arm? You don't want to be touched?
Why are you interrupting me?
I didn't know I was interrupting you. I thought I was adding to you.
That's what I'm going to say next time you get interrupted on your podcast by the people that keep interrupting you and talk. They're adding to you, baby.
Oh, no. We nipped that in the bud.
Because you hate it.
We wrote that in the contract.
I saw. But you hate it. But you do it to me.
I saw.
Take a step. Y'all don't even know I do that to him all day long. I force him to take these kisses.
She did that to me. What's today? Wednesday? You did that to me Monday night. I got to bed so sleepy because I was still exhausted from the takeover. Night of the showcase, I was exhausted going to sleep.
That's
Sunday night, going into Monday, I was still exhausted.
We went to the movies late Sunday night with the fam, with the team.
And then Monday night, I was like, all right, I can finally just go to sleep. And she was wide awake, ready to play. And I'm like, God, like, just leave me alone. And she wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I had to get out of the bed.
Bandersnatch. Okay, so Isaac said that he got here late and he wanted to know whether he says, Bandersnatch, I just joined. Where are we on the argument counter? Bandersnatch says, unfortunately, reminiscing on old arguments, no matter how passionate, are not counted towards new arguments. Thank you. Thank you, scorekeeper.
She's fair. She's fair.
We saw her during TakeOver as well. She's in that IHOP picture that we took. She came to the showcase. And she accidentally brought Caridad, which is Keon Poli's wife.
Yeah, I call him Pole, but it's Pole.
We all do.
Yeah.
They brought Hippie Goals. I'm so happy I didn't miss this. I'm so happy you didn't either. Argument counter remains at 0. It's shaky though.
These are all so fast.
All right, here we go. I only got 2 memes for today and the question of the day. Then we'll get to whoever wants to click the link and come in. The gardeners making some noise outside. They want to click the link and talk to us about relationships. So this is from 6 Brown Chicks. They're on Instagram every Wednesday. They let people leave them anonymous questions about relationships. It says, I love when you give me audio feedback.
Oh, yeah?
We rented a bouncy house for my kid's birthday party. An iPhone watch was found inside the house, and one of the children handed it to me. It was my best friend's watch. It was synced to her phone. My baby daddy was texting her, so I read the text. Him, it should have been us from day one.
Oh.
Her, I know, right? Can't wait for round 2.
Oh.
Him, bet tonight. I was hurt / shocked, but I kept my cool for the kids. That night, he clowned me about having a filthy house. Parentheses, birthday presents were all over, and he stormed out of the house. I packed up our kids and we went to my best friend's house. I pretended that I was there to return her watch. His car was parked out front. They didn't open the door, so I live streamed myself outside her house and tagged them and read their messages on live.
Oh.
She opened the door to get her watch back, and he came to the door with his pants unzipped.
Ooh.
Him, this is what you get. You always looking for something. Why you bring my kids? We all went inside. I have 4 kids with him. I really don't want to start over with someone else at this point. Oh, baby
girl.
We talked. I agreed that I wouldn't mind a throuple. If he guarantees he won't cheat on us, and if she would help out with the kids. Whew. Next slide.
Whoa, you can't do next. Oh, this is the part of the same night?
Yes.
Okay.
2 months later, he brought another woman into the mix. He says she stays or he'll leave us both. I, can't, do, this, again, help. Whoo! He wants a throuple.
Can I be honest?
Yes, please.
He got greedy. He got greedy because she gave him this is her best friend. She said, cool. Didn't see it going that way.
I didn't either.
She said cool to him being with her, the mother of his 4 children, and her best friend, as long as he doesn't cheat on them both.
Couldn't even keep that deal up.
That was a great deal. You know when they make a deal and they say, all right, we're offering you this, and they slide you the thing.
Slide it over the table.
And you'd be like, he folded it up, put it in his pocket. I was like, oh, okay, this is a deal.
He went with it. No negotiation.
For him to, because I'm going to tell you how he got greedy.
Okay.
He already had another girl in the mix. The baby mama thinks that she came out of nowhere. That's not the case.
Because he's a cheater.
Yes. The truth is he had the best friend and that girl and his baby mama. And he was just like, I'm already living in this throuple life. Let me bring in her. Now I'm good. And it looks like she's going to be doing this again, even though she says she can't.
You think she's just going to accept it because she needs help with her 4 kids?
Absolutely. But also, this is what I think. To go backwards before we got the twist. The Apple Watch.
So that's how it started. Giving a birthday party to one of them 4 kids. There's an Apple Watch inside the bouncy house. You pick it up and you're like, oh, this is my best friend's watch. I'm going to give it. Oh, CT is texting. CT is texting Tender Lovins. Wait, what? Let me just see what they're talking about.
Now, here's the wild thing. The fact that he stayed true to his word. He was like, bet tonight, created an argument so he could leave the house.
And she went to the same place he went to.
Because she knew where he was going. Now, here's also the thing. That was a very flimsy argument. For you to say this house is junky, you know y'all had a birthday party at the house that day. And you going to talk about how nasty the crib is? Come on,
exactly. Fam. Because that's what people do when they cheat. They got to find any excuse to get out of here. This mashed potatoes are cold.
You got to get out the house. You got to get out the house.
Exactly.
So for him to went to her crib, they didn't answer the door. He came down unzipped. He didn't heard the door knock the first time. He just wanted a little bit of that top.
Yeah.
And but that twist was crazy. What are your thoughts?
I think that it's unfortunate when you have kids, you make decisions that you wouldn't make when you didn't have kids.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have them kids, she would have been like, no, you hurt me. You not only cheated on me, but you cheated on me with somebody who I really trust. So now the 2 people that I trust in the most have betrayed me. I'm never going to forget that. I'm never going to be able to look either of you in the face and believe anything you say. I have to get out of here. But because of those kids, she's like, you know what? Let's just all love each other and live together so y'all can help me babysit. So let me see what you guys are saying. This one says some N-words is greedy, King James says.
He got greedy.
Glad she was cool because it's all about the kids, Isaac said. But then Isaac came down and said something else. Wait, where did this go? Being greedy, T-Hawk says. Callie Grown says, hey, you miss every shot you don't take. LOL. That's
Pyro.
wild because you do. Oh, that's Pyro Man. He was here for the takeover as well.
Yes.
Great to meet you in person, man.
We also didn't count the Cali people because they live in Cali.
I do count the Cali people. When somebody asks me how many people came, I'm like, no.
Bandersnatch, Scandalous, Pyro, Crumby. Who else is from LA or lives in LA? Oh, Nakia Best.
Somebody who was the one who came up to IHOP from San Pedro.
From San Pedro. Oh, you're talking about Smooth Cat.
Smooth Cat, yeah. So the Cali people count too. Because they came.
No, I'm not saying they don't count. I'm saying I didn't end up adding them mentally because they live here, but they are also a part of the joint.
And it meant a lot. Bandersnatch says...
Because I also hadn't met a lot of them.
Exactly. That's the point of this. So no matter how far or close they are, they still took the time to come, and we appreciate that. Bandersnatch says, leave them kids. Learn how to barber and get paid under the table, and he can't come after you for child support. Ghost everybody. Bandersnatch, that's smart.
That's a great idea.
That's smart. Why do you know that so quickly,
Why
Bandersnatch?
do you know that so quickly?
I know she has a son. What you doing on the side? King James, no one deserves cold mashed potatoes. So you got to leave argument, go she. Monty says, they are mad. I would have agreed just for a babysitter while I was out doing me. Y'all got it. They y'all kids now. I get it. So she wouldn't do that throuple thing. Ashley says if something like that happens, ain't fighting over no man. That trick can keep him. Ooh, calling your best friend a trick. I get it. Plus, I ain't got the time for that. I refuse to share a man with anyone else. I got to sneeze. Read the rest.
If he's a real man, he wouldn't be doing something like that.
Why did that make you laugh?
Because it's always funny to me. This is just my personal opinion.
Sound like a cheater laugh. Go ahead.
The reason I'm laughing is because whenever I hear the sentence, if he's a real man, da 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 da. Because a lot of times women say what they think a real man is because of their upbringing or experience or thoughts on a man. For example, when you hear about the 50-50 thing, they're like, oh, a real man wouldn't make you do half, right? Mm-hmm. And then you see if a guy doesn't open a woman's door, a real man would open it. Like, these are things that are only from your perspective. I'm not talking about this brother's manhood. I'm talking about how greedy he got. Because obviously it still worked out for him in the end.
He must be really good looking or really good in bed for women to agree to share him. Because we don't do that for a broke dude. We don't do that for an ugly dude. We don't do that for a guy who's not putting it down, at least cunnilingus or elsewhere. He's got to have something.
What if he didn't have any of that? He just had great conversation and he was just great to be around. You're like, you know what?
900 numbers for that.
I like him. He's such a nice guy. Such a great pick in movies, that man. You know? So good
at picking movies is a reason to get cheated on and be in a throuple that you don't want to be in. Just got to be the D, Monty says. Exactly. Okay, this ain't real. Can't be.
The conversation.
So silly. Speaking of, you said something about going 50-50. We're going to get into that in a second. I just have one more meme to read. This one, also from Six Brown Chicks. Let me find it over here.
It'll be a crazy day when they get a seventh one.
Another brown chick.
Go to the fifth.
All right, folks. This one says, I had a nice time with a woman I liked. We shared the same group of friends, but I didn't want her to know it. Strategy, show her a nice time and then walk away from her to make her run after me. I made a second date with her and told her I was on my way. I stood her up intentionally. My plan for the night was to take a perk, watch a little adult movie, and unwind alone. My perk was fake and laced with fentanyl. My roommate found me overdosing while pleasing myself. He took a photo and then called an ambulance. They brought me back. But the image of me blacked out with my meat in my hand got back to the woman I liked. She told me to never call her again. Can this be fixed? What do I do to convince her to go out with me again?
After she gave you a perk?
No. He took a perk. He stayed home, took a perk, watched some dope movie, pleased himself, overdosed, and the picture of him blacked out with himself in his hand got back to her because his roommate
blocked him and sent it to her. Why would your roommate do something like that?
First of all, if you find anybody passed out or overdosing, why is your first instinct to take a photo?
They must have been like 17.
Before you call the ambulance. And then why would you send that photo to the girl that he's dating, which is a very compromising photo?
How do you have that girl's information?
These are good questions.
Yeah, it's like, unless he's trying to smash.
But he could have DM'd it. to somebody. You know what I'm saying? He could DM it like, oh, this girl, they probably talked about it. Look who I'm going out with. Oh, I'm about to get a second date. You stand her up intentionally. I don't know who that works for, but I know guys that try to play it cool. They don't call you as soon as they get the number because they don't want to look thirsty. So they wait a couple days. So I don't know if this whole standing somebody up thing is part of the playing it cool.
You know what has always been my allure?
What?
Is doing things the opposite of what traditional societal men do.
Okay.
Meaning, I never played it cool. If I met a girl in the club that night, I hit her that next day. If not that night, like, hey, this is my number. And I hit her the next day. You get a strike while the iron's hot. 2, I would tell a girl, hey, look, I don't have any game, but I like you. And do you like me? You know what I mean?
I loved you for your honesty and vulnerability.
I told Tanjareen, I was like, hey, yo, I don't have a car. I don't have a real bed. I don't have any money to do anything with you.
What was I thinking?
I was like, but I don't even think I big up myself.
You didn't say but anything.
Yeah.
You weren't telling me in a list like that. We were discussing like how much money you have after you got paid from like comedy shows or whatever. After you got paid from the podcast that we were on together.
Oh,
you
right.
were like, after this check, I pay for this, I pay for that, and I just barely have enough to this. And I was just like, wow, I don't know a man who would have admitted that to me.
Barely had enough to really go to the movies or something, but movies was a priority.
And Pepsi, you like to buy a Pepsi with the rest of your money.
Love Pepsi.
So
my Pepsi budget was crazy.
Here we are.
I've been clean and sober for about almost 6 months now.
Yeah, before Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
What's up, Zachary Scott? Thanks for joining us in the 40-minute mark. Let's see what you guys said about that last meme. Exactly. Bandersnatch said from the last meme before that, well, there were 4 kids, so the D had to be good. That is a good point. Facts, Tan, just not his conversational skills. Exactly. Callie Grown, better charge that ish to the game or your dealer. Talking about the new meme. It could have been fixed if he had never overdosed himself. This is true. Jordan Taylor, but it won't let me click on that. There we go. That's some. What's going on with this thing?
Mm-hmm.
You not gonna try? Okay.
Why would I don't know how to work.
Your fingers are better. That karma was instant. You talk about instant karma. He was playing her. And he played himself, put a quarter in himself, as CT would say.
He did that.
That fool is done. No going back, Isaac says. They were the same friend group. That's what he said at the beginning of the meme. Thank you for reminding us, Autumn. That's how he knew to send the picture to the girl.
Oh,
because they were the same friend group.
Thank you, Autumn.
But he didn't want the girl to know that because he was playing games from the beginning. Bandersnatch said that's a real friend. I'm taking the picture, but it's going in the friendship spark bank. Spank bank. Ah, so you take the picture, but you don't send it to somebody to incriminate
That's crazy. Wait a minute.
It's a terrible friend.
See, that's a real friend. I'm taking a picture, but it's going in the friendship spank bank. Let's elaborate on the friendship spank bank.
Okay.
So are you saying, first of all, these are 2 men?
Yes. I'm
so
assuming.
It would have went into his personal spank bank, which is already paused out for him to have taken a picture of his male friend doing this. Because at the very least, his male friend is into both.
Let me see if it's a guy. Oh no, he took a photo. Yeah, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So a friendship spank bank. Just that phrase means that you're pleasing yourself to things that your friends have sent to you.
Yeah.
Which you guys do exchange like provocative photos, or you like, oh, this girl showed me this girl showed me that. You know, or you just peep and show it to them. You don't actually text it to them.
Well, first of all, let me also be very clear about something. Okay. I can name 2 occasions where I was in my early 20s and the homie might have, and this is when you didn't know any better, because also videos intact on that site, that sort of thing was very new. Okay. So 2 occasions in my early 20s where the homie was like, hey, yo, peep this, because it wasn't a thing of, I don't know how to say it, but it was just like 2 occasions where I saw a video of maybe that happening. As you grow older, you're like, I don't need to see the homies sending. We're not sending each other stuff like this.
So you've never asked your homeboys to show you, hey, like what her nipples look like, or you've never asked that? I'm
saying 20s, but what I am saying is the girl homies send me all that.
Bandersnatch.
Send
Where are the nudes? Let's see what. Okay, he played with himself. Him.
He played with himself.
Okay, I like how you read that. Bandersnatch says, I have embarrassing photos of my friends. We call it the spank bank because it's stuff that only we see, not for public consumption.
I respect it.
That's risky though, because people get hacked. That's scary. Stay strong in your Pepsi recovery, CT. I too have struggled with this addiction.
Yo, I thought about having one yesterday and the day before, but I was like, nah, not yet. Like, I'm gonna do it, but I don't know when.
A shout out to Monty, because she's been working out with me in the mornings in the Discord with Latasha. Latasha is our fitness room manager. And Monty has gotten much better eating habits. She really loves bread, she told me, but she had cut back on bread. She loves chips. She had been cutting back on chips. So shout out to people who are really trying to do things. This is the end of the month in a couple of days. So we'll be doing another Fitness Fanatic giveaway after we figure out who won for the month of May. Latasha won for the month of April, but Miss Mia's been working out. Monty, Latasha, Morgan has been working out all the way in France. Eddie Mack finally posted receipts of working out. Ashley White has been playing basketball and posting her videos in there. So I just want to keep encouraging people to move their bodies. I know that was a segue, but shout out to Monty for her recovery from Pepsi and other things. Yeah, those are the two I just read.
I thought I missed them.
All right.
Let's put those on.
But that Sprite had you about to relapse, Pyro said. Why are you snitching? Why are you snitching?
So Crumby had a Sprite at the table at IHOP on Saturday after the show. And it just, the bubbles were just looking so crisp. And I was like, I bet it's so sweet and delicious. And I was like, nah. So I ain't do it.
Good for you, baby. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. What's the question of the day?
Question of the day. And this was posted in the Discord by, I believe, Latasha. But it also goes in line with something we were watching, because we watched Love is Blind.
South Africa.
Africa.
The Ultimatum South Africa.
I'm sorry. Thank you. The Ultimatum South Africa. And there was a young lady on there, and they all have the cutest, South African accents. And this one young lady who was a little more fair-skinned than the others and a little slimmer than the other women on the show. And I felt like she feels like she's the Beyonce of South Africa, the way she carries herself.
Think that.
And so she, from what I gathered from the show, it didn't seem like she had a job. It didn't seem like she cleaned the house. The guy would be gone all day and there would be a lot of dishes in the sink. And he'd come home and say, hey, did you have company? There's so many dishes here. Why didn't you wash the dishes? So he would wash the dishes, and then she'd say, I didn't ask you to do that.
Did someone ask you to wash the dishes?
Yeah, thank you.
Did someone ask you to wash the dishes?
So she would argue with him. So she wasn't cleaning. She wasn't cooking either. He was doing the cooking. She wasn't working. And he was like, what are you willing to do in this relationship? And she says, you seem like you're about to ask me one of those, what do you bring to the table questions? And I don't entertain those kind of conversations. I'll be cliche and tell you that I am the table. And that bothered me, because I was wondering, what is she bringing to the table too? And then unknowingly, Latasha posted this video from Pinterest, which was also from TikTok, that says, only weak men ask women what they bring to the table.
See, is that opinion thing again about
and because you said two things that tie into this. You said a real man, blah, blah, blah. And you also said that 50-50 thing. So in this video, which is 1 minute and 10 seconds long, he's saying to her, she says, baby, what do I bring to the table? And he says back to her in this video, oh, babe, I can't believe you would never have to ask me that question, because it's not your job to bring anything to the table. He says, me as a man, I'm supposed to bring the food, the car, the housing, the clothes. I'm supposed to bring everything to the table, and you're supposed to make sure that everything is taken care of and nurtured, and you handle things in a way that nobody else can to make sure that our home is happy, and you take care of the kids, and you do what you're supposed to do. And together we have this, he didn't use the word partnership, I'm paraphrasing badly, but he said, together we make these things work. But I would never ask you what you bring to the table, because you are the table, is how he ended that video. Thank you, Latasha, for posting that.
Crazy.
And he was rubbing her leg the whole time, because her leg is over his leg. That in the middle, that black thing right there is her leg, and he's rubbing her thighs. He's saying this, and he's talking real slow and calm. But the file was too big to let me
the box is crazy, and her mouth is ridiculously wet and tight. This is what I'll say.
Okay.
I never had to ask you what you brought to the table, and you know why I never had to ask you?
Why not,
because you told me and showed me every step of the way. Perfect example. The first thing, and this, Tanjareen and I weren't even in a full-on relationship yet. I had done a show for my birthday show, May 2010. What are you showing?
Yes, just him rubbing the leg while you're talking. Go ahead.
I think we believed you.
No, just
so anyway, Tanjareen was like, yo, I make flyers. I know how to make flyers. I'll make the flyer for your show. And I was like, thank you. She was like, yeah, I'm really good at graphic design, and I'm great at this and I'm great at that. And I was like, oh, wow. Then cut to she had already like cooked for me before, so she showed me she could cook. She's great at graphic design. She also showed me the other things that she was good at as time went on. And it was like, oh, great. So I never had to say, hey, what do you bring to the table? Because at the very least, I knew I produced comedy shows and she could give me a flyer.
Yes, and help you with the comedy show too.
I mean, beyond that, promotions, when it came to any type of administrative anything, she's like, she has her strengths. And then when it comes to production, and it's like all of these things. So, okay, if you don't like the question, what do you bring to the table? Maybe you should start showing what you bring to the table and or telling a man what you're good at without him having to ask you. Because the problem isn't a man saying, what do you bring to the table? The bigger problem is you not showing enough of anything to where a man has to ask
So
you.
he has to
And that's
ask.
not even just men and women. That's anybody. Nobody should ask you what you can do to contribute to their life. You should already be telling and showing. So maybe the question doesn't exist anymore because you can just start showing.
I love that. I love that. And so the two examples that I gave, the ultimatum, that young lady, she bothered me because I didn't see her bringing anything to the table. And then she had the nerve to say she was a table. And I was like, oh, she just thinks because she's pretty that that's enough.
I know what she brought to the table. More dishes to put in the sink.
Literally. But the video that I watched, he was making it seem like, okay, if I'm the provider, then when I bring this stuff home, you take care of it. You if I got the groceries, you make us something to eat. You keep the house clean. You do the laundry. You organize the cabinets and shelves. You do what I bring this stuff to the table. You use it and to make our lives better. That's how I saw his video, and I wasn't disagreeing with his video. But the what's it called when you try to the clickbait was only weak men ask, what does a woman bring to the table? And Latasha said, do you agree or disagree? And I love your explanation. You shouldn't have to ask.
I shouldn't have to ask. Show me what it's like when a man approaches a woman, he leads with why she should be with him, whether it be him leading with money or leading with material things.
This is so true.
Yeah.
This is so true.
He leads with, ooh, I have a nice car. I have this money. I'm going to take you here. I'm going to buy you this. Or, ooh, I want to get to know you. I want to build something with you. Or I'm looking for a woman to give me children. Ooh. Or I'm looking for this. Like men lead with. If
they don't have any money, they go straight to trying to eat the box and try to turn you out and get you hooked that way. Yeah.
Because he's good at smashing. So he's showing you, I want to smash you.
And get a place to lay up.
And get a place to lay up so you could potentially let me, you, and your best friend be in a relationship.
Be a throuple.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So men lead with what we bring to the table when we meet.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It should always be like that in a reverse. I've never had to ask a woman what she's brought to the table. I don't want to sound cocky, but it's just like a lot of these internet experiences that men are having, I have never had and it's all about the type of women you attract, type of people you attract. Okay. Because I've dated nothing but amazing women. However, I do sympathize with the men who have come across these very rude and arrogant and meaningless women.
Meaningless is
very
deep.
Meaningless.
What's up, Matthew? I think that might be Bright Boy. Dropping gems, Monty says. What's up? We're coming in late, Bright Boy. If you got to ask, you already know the answer.
That was a clip. I dropped like 2 bars in there. You'll find it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're fine.
Callie Grown says, shake my head. Couldn't be me. If the box is all you bring, you not the table. You the couch left on the curb off Manchester and Crenshaw. Come on, West Coast. Come on. What you know about Manchester and Crenshaw, though?
He's from.
I know, but I just want everybody to know that.
That Callie Grown is from Cali?
We connected.
Yeah.
Amos Coates, I've missed you, and I hope that you'll be able to make this live because I know it's only 9 p.m. where you are in the Netherlands when we started, as opposed to being like 1 a.m. when we usually start.
Yes, it's not Amos. It's Emma
Scott. If the guy is fine with her being the table, there shouldn't be any issues here, right? So that's the thing. The guy that I'm talking about on the ultimatum wasn't fine with it. They were arguing because he came in the house and was asking, why haven't you done these dishes? Why are there so many? Did you have company? He's doing the cooking. He's going and complaining to the other couples about, hey, do you cook or does she cook? Trying to compare their relationship to his, and he was not happy. So no, but yes, I think the question is it only weak men who ask what you bring to the table? And he says, you know, it's my job to bring to the table. I think it's maybe broke men versus weak men, because a broke man can't be the provider, and then it's like the scale's a little bit different.
I'll beat you with that.
Okay.
Tanjareen also said when we weren't even dating yet. You said, you looked me in the eye and you were like, I'd be a good girlfriend to you. And it was like, tell me more. You know what I mean? That's showing a man what you are contributing to his life. A woman who thinks that, this is the problem. It goes down to this. And I've said this since day one, and it sounds simple, but it's not. There are givers and there are takers in this world. And if you are a giver, whether you're a man or you're a woman, you're going to always be in a position of bringing everything to that table. If you are a taker, you're going to say things like, I am the table. All right, go ahead.
We have a friend, I'm not going to say his name, Doughboy, but his last girlfriend, she seemed to always surround herself with people that wanted to provide for her. And I'm not mad at that, because I have several friends who like to find guys who provide for them, and they're not going to be the one that's doing 50-50. And that's, if you're that person, you find somebody that matches that. If you're somebody who likes to be taken care of, you will not give two blinks to a guy who says, can we go Dutch? Or a guy who says, if you move in with me, can you do 50-50 on the rent? You're not going to look twice. And I respect girls who have made that decision, because they're always going to find somebody. This King James says, simpy. Oh, Autumn Reed says, a weak man can't around his mountain of insecurities to see what she brings. Oh, can't see around his mountain of insecurities to see what she brings. Ooh,
that's
can't
true.
See. Oh, there we go. Yes. Isaac says, to start, I made my wife laugh. Then over time, proved I'm the man for her. And that's what they say. If you can get a woman to laugh, you can get her to do anything. And that's why you see comedians. It is true.
No, it's not.
That's how you get the ladies.
That's how I get the.
You're hilarious.
I thank you for that.
Yeah.
No, that's not how.
That's what I saw in you. I was like, oh, he's got an it factor. Ashley says if he's going to complain about the dishes not being done, he might as well do it himself. He did do it himself, Ashley. And then he was complaining that he had to do them over and over again. And then she said, I didn't ask you to do that. Who asked you to do that? Who asked you to do that?
But here's the thing. The problem with that is nobody asked me to do it. But if I didn't do it, there will be even more dishes here, because when would you have done it? And
that's what I want him to ask her. If I didn't do it, were you going to do them today?
But did someone else go to do the dishes? Like, she just kept talking over him.
Ooh.
And
she made me
to Ashley White's point, if he's going to complain about the dishes not being done, he might as well do it himself. The problem with this that we did not make the details, she's the one who made all the dishes.
Yeah, he wasn't home all day.
Yeah. So it's like the bigger problem is you're making dishes and not cleaning up after yourself, which goes to every other part of the house that they are living in. It's like, are you going to pee all over the toilet and not clean it? Are you going to take they probably take baths. If you're going to take several baths, you're not going to clean this tub.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It made me think their house was filthy, because they put them in a nice house, a villa, because they're all next to the other couples. But it made me wonder if her real house was a mess, the way she was acting. Being a giver is the right thing to do for someone. Thank you, Jordan Taylor. Bandersnatch says the ultimatum South Africa was making those men look like pushovers.
Yes, Bandersnatch. Oh my God. Every man there looked like a pushover, even the dude with the muscles.
And that's a shame, because they put up with things that they complained about and then still went back to the woman.
That's what was shocking to me. It's like, I'm not going back. Let me tell you something. When you're in that situation, we've watched all 3 seasons. They did 4. When we watched all 3 seasons of that show.
Why you didn't watch 4 seasons then?
When we watched all 3 seasons of that, you didn't want to. When we didn't watch all 3 seasons of that show,
I didn't want to.
We saw men and women be free. Like, you're in this relationship, you're not married, and then you go into this trial relationship and you got everything you want. And you still choose to go back. The only person... Everything they wanted. The only person who didn't get a chance to enjoy the experience was the black dude from season 2 who was with the girl. He was with a woman, and he was attracted to basically the younger version of her.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the older version was jealous of the younger version, and she was doing everything she could to stop them from talking. And then... she was like, well, I'm leaving. So she quit the show. And she quit the show because she was pregnant. And they end up having a baby. So he never got the experience.
Nowhere posted on her page. No pregnancy pictures or nothing, but whatever. Ashley White says, I know I'm a giver, but at this point, it has caused me to question myself, like, what to do? What do I got to do to finally deserve the best when I'm always doing the watering? And this is clearly, I feel as my chances to experience a relationship is ticking away from me. I seriously don't understand or just misunderstood. Well, you know what? Let's bring Ashley onto the show real quick. Let's talk to her. She patiently.
Very patiently.
We're almost to our hour. Ashley White.
Huh?
You on the show. Welcome.
Hey.
I will answer your question.
Wait, hold on. First, introduce yourself. Are you in a good mood? What's the matter?
I've been trying to do so much stuff, and like I have to prepare for this event. I haven't found any right things, and I'm just at this point like I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
So what's bothering you is that you're a little bit overwhelmed with what you need to take care of it by a certain time or day.
Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of things. I found I feel like I'm overstimulated with so much things that I cannot get done, and I'm like, mm.
Well, sending hugs, T Hawk says. Aw, Ash, T Hawk says. This energy is off. First of all, you were on Top Talent yesterday. You came in bouncing in the Kobe t-shirt with all the joy in your heart. I don't know what happened for today, but if you're just trying to prepare for an event, those are champagne problems. Going to an event is a luxury. So this is not sad news.
No, but like I feel like I'm not heard or listened. If I want a specific thing, I'm not heard, and then like I just I like honestly, I finally stood up to myself after receiving so many hate and bullying comments. So I'm just kind of really tired and just drained. And like at this point, like honestly, like I said, my chances of even experiencing any type of relationship, it is slowly ticking. I feel like I'm only good for it to be just someone to just be laid on the back and just like I'm like,
Oh my God, Ashley, I hope you don't really think that. That's horrible. You have way too many great qualities. You're too sweet and you are beautiful. And Ashley, no. You don't have to do anything physical with anybody if you don't want to. You're allowed to say no, and you're allowed to just be treated like a princess, but you have to feel you deserve it. And I want you to know you deserve that. I don't know who was leaving you bullying comments, but usually hurt people hurt people.
That's true.
So whoever it was, people are really bold in the keyboard world, but they don't say it to your face. They're just taking out their own frustrations in their life and putting it somewhere else so that they can feel better about themselves. Please don't let that get you down. Please. Oh, Ashley, damn it. Oh, Great Narrow. Let her cry it out, Tanj. We need to talk about this offline, Bandersnatch says. Ashley, take 20 minutes to just take some deep breaths, relax, and recenter yourself. Autumn Reed says, Jesus. When are you two having a baby? Janero, that was discussed on another episode. You got this, Ashley, Zachary says. As far as you being overwhelmed, Bandersnatch says write down everything you have to do and break it into bite-sized pieces. Don't try to do everything at once. That's what I do literally every day. I write a list of what I need to get done because I always feel overwhelmed and I always have anxiety. I take a deep breath. I write everything I have to do. Then I write a page in my gratitude journal just to relax myself. And then I start to work on my tasks. But that's not why you're crying. That is not why you're crying. I'm really sorry. Do you want to talk in the Discord later?
No.
No?
Oh no, because I don't. Oh no, man. I'm just tired of feeling just. I've done everything I could do. Like it's just I don't know what to do, man.
Are you talking about as far as finding a mate?
I'm just tired of everything, man. Like it's just so. just feel like I'm just only good for that. Like I'm not being taken seriously, man. I'm just tired. Like I know I have so much to give, but nobody gives a damn about it, man. And I just
Well,
don't fit a. I just feel like I don't fit a standard or any type of standard, man.
well, you don't need to fit a standard. Everybody's unique, but you do have the right to decide who you're going to spend your time with and if they deserve you or not.
I
And
just
you don't need to spend time with people that are not treating you like a princess. And you don't need to think that you're getting so old that you're running out of time. You're 32. Some people don't find love in their 30s, but they have a good time dating and figuring out what they like and don't like. So that by the time they do find love, they recognize it. And that's what you're doing right now. You're just figuring out what you like and don't like. It's all part of the process.
all I know is I've just been having flashbacks lately from what happened a while back, and it's just
That's terrible. Did you get therapy for that? Or did you find another therapist?
at this
No?
at this point I can't deal with another therapist. I can't deal with opening up every time and finding a new person. Like I can't. I can't. It's
But
just
you're opening up to the world right now and they're not trained to help you. What's the difference?
I've had one where they asked me when I was sexually assaulted, asked me how did I feel? Was I happy? How did I feel? Was I happy that I got sexually assaulted? Were you sad and stuff? But the fact that somebody asked me if I was happy to experience that, I felt such a slap in the face. And I can't deal with it. Like,
Well, that's not the therapist for you. And it takes a while to find one that's good. It just does. And sometimes, they're in person and sometimes you find one online that doesn't even live in your state. But I'm sorry they asked you that dumbass question. So I'm going to talk to you offline
for sure,
because I don't want the world to see you crying like this because you were doing so well. You were healing. You were focusing on yourself. You were doing great. And we're just going to keep reminding you in the ladies lounge in the Discord what it looks like to focus on yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Write in a gratitude journal. Write a poem for yourself. Go eat at a favorite place by yourself and just love on you and see what you bring to the table. Don't look for attention from anybody else. Don't get all excited if somebody gives you a compliment. Just focus on you. You got to do that for some months until all this other stuff is healed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you able to try that? All right. We love you, Ashley. We will talk to you in the Discord, okay? You are too pretty to be crying like that. Bye. Tanj, have you ever studied the history of women? No. But get it out, Ash. Cry it out. Autumn Reed says, people in your life do care about you, Ashley. You need to love yourself first. You don't need validation from anyone else but yourself. Yes. Ashley, you got to talk about this offline. I wish I could help just cuz says. Is this a movie emoji and a prayer emoji? All right, last one before I go in there. Tangent. Okay, I already did that one. All right, let's see who else we have in here. What's up, just cuz? Hair looking good.
Look at the beard on him. Look at the beard on him.
Somebody went to the barber because he had a wave cap on Tanjaree's Top Talent yesterday. What's up?
Man, I was coming in here to kind of, give her some uplifting advice, but
Do it.
that's when she started crying. I was like, man, Ashley,
That's
baby girl,
that's man's kryptonite. Y'all, you went that way. He was like, but when we cried,
I went out because I know that that was off me. That was more of a you being able to console her thing. There was nothing I could have said to help that situation.
Why not? She's looking for validation from men.
No, that's why I could not give that to her. She needed to hear it from a woman. Me saying something to her would have sounded like mansplaining or like I'm trying to
that word is so
undermine or I just like damn, you got that.
All right, so what's your advice?
That was the reason why I digressed. I was like, man, this is not a situation where a man, like she's getting hurt by men. And any man that comes in to try to help her, she's going to attach herself to because she feel like, oh, he's helping me, so he loves me. No, sweetheart, sometimes people just want to help you. We have a love for you, but not the type of love that you're actually looking for. Like, I wanted to talk to you and come bring you out and smoke. I wanted to, take you out on a real date for the simple fact that, you kept saying nobody is taking you out and nobody has did this for you. I was like, you know what? I don't have a problem with treating you like a woman's supposed to be treated, coming to take you out, have a real date, and not have no sex undertone or overtone. Like I was bullshitting when I said, I can't help it if you want something from me, but at the same time, I know who I am. I'm a sexy guy, even though my teeth wouldn't say it. I got sex appeal. So at that point, I understand, females have those urges, but I wasn't going to take her out with the intention of trying to appease those urges.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
Maybe she's open to that. I think it's a sweet gesture.
No, she don't want me to stretch her out. She don't want me to, meet her at the court, and help her rebound.
I'm talking about dinner date, not stretch her out. What are you talking about?
I want to talk about basketball. What are we talking about?
Oh,
see, nah, you talking about that
stretch her out on basketball. Oh my goodness. Let me just read these couple comments real quick just because I love your confidence. He's like, even though I'm missing some teeth, I still got sex appeal. I love that. And it's true, you do. Autumn Breed says, it takes time to be comfortable in your own skin, but once you are, you will be able to see the positive possibilities around you. Don't try to seek confirmation from others about your self-esteem. I agree. Bandersnatch says, give yourself something sweet, set a timer, let yourself feel your feels for however long the timer is set for, and when it goes off, splash yourself in the face with cold water, gather your thoughts, and refocus. I'm a life coach. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is the type of thing they train us to tell y'all to do, and therapists will tell you to do this too. Set a timer, 15 minutes. I'm gonna cry as long as I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna be jealous, whatever that low vibrational emotion is. I'm only gonna do it till this timer goes off, and then I gotta get it back together. So I love that advice. Thank you so much. Just cause, stretch her out is wild, T-Hawk. Thank you for being here, Just cause.
Bye, man.
That's a good dude, right?
Great guy.
Monty said.
Let's bring in our last person and then we are out of here.
Yes. What's up, Cobra Tay? Cobra Tay.
Where you at?
With the rim hat.
I'm at work for real. I'm blessed with Edie as always. Sorry to hear that was. Hey, I'm sorry what's going on with Ashley. I do what I do best. I try to cheer up. Like everybody was saying, you need to hear from a woman. Right now, from a man's perspective, because it does smell like mansplaining. But at the same time, just do what you can to help. I'm a helpful guy. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try my best to cheer her up. Just came on here to give y'all a little quick update. I'm back at work grinding, as y'all can see. But my focus on getting this grind, getting this license to drive, because after that, next year I'm back out there, and then Yana is on.
Hey, and Ayana is on. I keep telling him he might not like Ayana by next year, but he seems to think that he will, which is so funny to me.
It's on.
But Cobra Tay was here. He's 6'5", y'all. You see the pictures in the Discord. He's way taller than the rest of us, and he was really a good tourist, taking pictures with all the wax figures and all the footprints of the Harry Potter team and Michael Jackson. We had a good time with you, man. I'm so glad you came out again.
Of course, and I'm always gonna be there. It's Team Tanjareen and CT all day.
Yes, you see, he put Team Tanjareen under his name this time, you guys. That has never been there. He did that yesterday for Tangerine Top Talent. Team CT all day and hashtag Team Tanjareen. He has dual citizenship in both teams. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Cobra Tay. I'll talk to you later. Hit up Ashley since y'all have been talking before and give her some encouraging words.
I got a piece.
All right, bye.
Nice.
Good dude right there. Good dude.
Great episode.
Very good episode. You gonna click any of those?
CT
just slipped out. I'm dying too, CT. I'm dying too, Isaac said.
I had to go. I had no place being here.
Cobra Tay. I saw me and our women cried.
It's not. I've literally been there for tears before and had some words for her.
Yes.
And we've had those episodes. So it's not about the tears. So I don't want you to say that. But it is about that particular situation. It's something a woman would be able to help her address. And you did that in spades.
I hope that she listens. But this was a fun show. You got a little dark, and
Got a
then
little
we'll
dark.
bring it back to the fun side, which is we've been together for 10 years. This month made 10 years. And I'm about to post some pictures that we took for our anniversary. They're unique. And if you're on my Patreon, you already saw the behind the scenes footage. You haven't even seen these yet, babe. But I hope that you like them. Where
We'll
are
see.
they?
Where they at?
Where are they? First of all, they didn't come out well, but I had to bring up the lighting and retouch
You
them
paid for them and they didn't come out well?
The girl's not a good photographer, but this is great. Look at that.
I knew she couldn't have been a good photographer. She was too nice. Oh, and you want to do this? Like, photographers that are good are mean.
But if I show you how dark they are, I'm gonna put in the Patreon how bad the pictures came out, but then you'll see what I post because I have the skills. But anyways, wait, y'all married for real? You're hilarious, Rattler Steve. Yes, we are. 10 years, argument counter at 0. Pew, 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 pew.
First time ever.
Yes, I love you, baby. Can I get a kiss?
I love you too. You cannot, but
Can I get a kiss?
you got the stuff on your lips.
Baby, it's lip balm. This is good for you. It's not lipstick or lip gloss. You don't believe me? Baby. Dry ass kiss. Give me another one. All right. See you guys later.